Hey beauties, I'm Tiffany Lee at Beauty Stylist, and today I'm going to show you guys how to do an easy contour. I know a lot of people get overwhelmed with knowing how to contour, whether to use cream or powder, what tones. So we're going to go ahead and get to it. This is one of my favorite contours. This is from Tom Ford. It's a little bit expensive, but I've been using it in my kit and personally for myself for years, and so it's worth the money spent. I'm going to go and open it up. You guys can see you can see closely how much I've used it. I love it because it has a balm highlighter and a cream contour. Today I'm going to use the 109 brush from BK Beauty. I love it because it's like angled, it's fluffy, and you can really it's small enough where you can place it where you want to and then buff it out where you need to as well. So I'm going to talk about placement and how do you know where to put contour? Well, it's all personal preference first of all. Secondly, usually with contour, you're using it to kind of sculpt and shade and also kind of create a little illusion of just like diminishing any area to make it a little bit more I guess condensed in some sense. So for instance, my hairline. So I have 2 kids and postpartum hair loss. So I want to create a little bit more darkness here and contour shade so that it can kind of make my forehead a little bit less exposed. And then personally for my face, this is the widest part of my face. I'm going to start here on my ear and then I just kind of work kind of right before the center of my apples of the cheek. Same thing here. Guideline is the middle of your ear and then working it to here. So you don't want to go too forward, but what you can do too, if you want it even more, you can bring it down so it kind of slims down that face. And then for the jawline, if you want a little bit more sculpted jawline, you can go along here. I do have a very defined jawline, but when you do get a little bit puffy, you want to put contour there as well and then blend it behind. Here's the BK Beauty 109 brush up, what it looks like. It's narrow, has an angle, but it's fluffy and it's just super duper soft. Kind of just push the product onto the brush as is. And then you can see it on here. What we'll do is we'll start on the forehead. If I'm looking down, I'm looking at the mirror. So we're just going to start onto the forehead area where my hairline is. And I just like to stipple it and blend it. So you guys can see I'm not swiping because I don't want to move my base or foundation. And we're just going to blend it. So technically, for me personally, I'm going to do it more on the hairline right here. And I do have enough slimness on the side, so I don't really have to go down. But what I'm going to do on my forehead is I'm just going to blend it into my foundation. So it just kind of has a very seamless blend where you can't really tell where it starts and where it ends. And because it's cream, it's still going to have like a gloss, so we can powder it or add like a powder contour at the end if you like. I'm going to add a little bit more, and we're going to focus, like I said, the hairline. Push it into your hair as well. And then just kind of bring it down. Now I'm using softer touches as I get into more of the foundation area or more of the center of the face. And you guys can see, can't really see any lines. It's a very subtle contour. Now we're gonna add some more here. We're gonna do the cheek. So guideline, I'm gonna use the brush, middle of the ear. Okay, and then you just kind of hit it right before the center of your cheeks. Okay, so we're gonna do this. You can draw a line, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to push it here so you guys can see. Okay, this is really where you kind of have your cheekbone. And I'm not going to drag it down because I don't want it to pull down on and look dirty on my face. I'm just going to stipple it and tap it on this area. And what I love about this brush that it blends it so beautifully. So it's really easy to work with. And as I look on the side, I'm like, oh, okay, I see some of the other where I need to blend it together. You can just kind of also get into your hairline. Okay, so let's look closely. You can already tell there's definition here. There's no definition here. More definition here. And we'll clean this up. You see the contour just kind of going down. It's always easy to clean up with concealer later. Just going to add a little bit more just for definition for the videos. You guys can see what it looks like. So I typically wouldn't go lower than this. So I'm going to clean that up later so you guys can see right here. Okay. What I love about cream products, you can always, blend it, fix it, and it still looks like skin. We're going to go onto the other side. So guideline again, middle of the ear to the cheekbone. So let's go ahead and just go a little bit right there and blend it out. going to the hairline. So if I look forward, it ends right there. Okay, and then I can just buff it up softly. Very, very soft touch. As I'm working with the bronzer. And prior to this, I just put foundation. So I'm just working with foundation as my base. I haven't done concealer. Okay, so we're just gonna leave it at that. All right, the light's changing because I am filming as the sun is setting. So last but not least, we're gonna do kind of the jawline. So I feel like I wanna soften, or I wanna contour this kind of the gel that could be happening. I'm just gonna go right under my jawline. Okay, that gives a little bit of a shadow. And then right behind the jaw and behind the ear and the neck, you want to just blend that out. So depending on you, if you need more definition here, you can add contour there. For me, I'm going to do it kind of right here, and then just kind of stipple it there, and then bring it behind the ear, drag it down the neck, and you could just buff underneath. So there you go. So if you have like kind of a double chin or whatnot, then you can kind of create a shadow so it doesn't look as obvious. All right, so this is just with the cream, and we're gonna clean it up. So I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. This is in Sugar Biscuit 3.5. What I love about it has great coverage, but it's also very skin-like. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a little line right there. Right there, okay. So just kind of cleaning that up. Then you can add it wherever you want. Let me see. Just a little bit right there in the inner cheeks. And maybe the center. Not too much. So I'm going to use the 108 brush. It's kind of a powder brush, but I'm going to use it to kind of soften and blend so it doesn't look harsh. And we're just going to blend out that concealer. Same here. Just kind of tap it. Kind of carve out this area. And what we'll do later is we'll go back with the other brush. So then we're going to use that to just blend out the area. Okay. Chin. Same here. Inner cheek. You can use a makeup sponge, whatever feels good for you. I'm just using this brush because it's right in front of me. Okay. And we're just kind of tapping it where we need it, just so that there's kind of an area of kind of safety. Wait, do I have something? Oh, I do have something there. What is that? I don't know what that is. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this out. It's okay to go higher because you can always go back with your contour, your bronzer, which is this brush right here. And I'm just going to go back. I'm going to use my leftover product to make sure there's no like stark line and blend everything right here. Same thing here. Okay, we're just going to blend and buff, or blend. We're going to just blend and stipple. So I'm super shiny, but we're going to use some powder now to just kind of solidify this look. The Hourglass, the Leopard palette, and we're gonna use this bronzer right here. I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 107 brush, just a little fluffy brush. Going to get some product on here, tap out any excess, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glide it onto the areas where I've contoured, kind of blend it, add some more. Go along the jawline, neck. Go along the jawline and neck. Add some more. Jawline. The bronzer. Just going along the jawline. Okay, now we're gonna add some onto the cheekbones. Kind of tap, blend, very, very softly. Tap and blend. I'm going to set my face with the Givenchy Prisma Libre. This is the shade Satin Blanc. Let me go ahead and them out. I'm gonna go in with my triangle puff. Take out any excess. What I like to do is the back of my wrist, just put the excess. Then we're just going to press it in the areas of my T-zone area where I don't want shine. Okay. Wow, that made a big difference. Okay, back of my hand, go into the inner parts of my face where I want it to be more matte. Wow, what a difference, guys. And kind of below the bronzer area, chin, so shiny. I don't like my nose shiny on the tip, so I'm just going to show you guys. Okay, so I'm going to show you the difference of this side with powder, but the cream and powder bronzer. Just kind of tapping it very softly so you guys can see. But wow, it's so much more clean and effortless. Okay, so let's do the side. Because it's so shiny, it's so hard to tell where things are, and the definition, I mean, it's kind of all over the place. So behind my wrist, and then just kind of pressing it only where I want to remove excess shine and to blur and to kind of soften and blend. This side, so much more seamless. All right, guys, so here is the final look of kind of contouring your face, giving warmth, and just kind of creating a flawless finish. I mean, wow, these products are amazing. You guys have to try it. The tools are amazing as well. Let me know if this was helpful. Hopefully you can kind of just feel, you know, beautiful and just kind of sculpted where you want to. It's not necessary. It's only, you know, personal preference. It's fun when you want to just kind of look a little more snatched and just kind of like sun-kissed, honestly. So especially with the winter months, having a little bit more like warmth in your skin feels good because sometimes we look like we're dead. So this is an easy way to just contour and, you know, upgrade your makeup look if you want to. Yeah, here is the look. Here's a close-up of the skin. All right, beauties, that completes the look. Let me know if this was helpful. I added a few more tips to it so that you can really amp up your makeup game to look flawless and just seamless as well. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment, tell me what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.